Hello and welcome to Matt Loves Eurovision. It's my Eurovision 2026 Top 35 countdown. It's place number 10, Latvia, Atvara, Aina. Please do click on the subscribe button, ring that notification bell and like, share and comment below. So we're into my top 10 and we begin with the last of the three Baltic nations in my countdown. Just like last year, there is a big gap between my top placed Balt, Latvia, and the other two. Latvia haven't got quite as high as they did last year when Tautumeitas were my number 4, but this is clearly still extremely high. Now Latvia have had a bit of a mini renaissance at the contest in the last couple of years. They got very close to qualifying and probably should have qualified in 2023 with Southern Lights, then Dons surprising everyone in 2024, and then Tautumeitas winning their semi-final. Well, they came second, but they won. And getting Latvia's best result in the grand final in 10 years. So can Atvara keep up this newfound success? Atvara is the professionally used name of singer-songwriter Lena Atvara. She attended music school when she was very young and left school having completed musical studies, including jazz, pop and conducting. She took part in a number of talent shows, including The X Factor, although she didn't make it through into the final rounds. But it wasn't until some years later, after she taught English for a time and she'd embarked on a marketing career, that she launched her debut single in 2024. And since then, she's done a tour sort of in various parts of Latvia. She's done some song collaborations with other artists, and she's even done some presenting on television as well. But ultimately, she won Supernova this year, which is the Latvian national final. She won both the jury and the public vote with her song Aina. Until very recently, Latvia sent almost all of their entries in English. You have to go a long way back till you found a Latvian entry. But Aina is the second entry in a row that is completely in Latvian. This is, if not a full ballad, then a kind of a blend of ballad and alternative pop. There's emotional verses, kind of more anthemic choruses, and there are some really standout sort of vocal moments, particularly towards the end. I think the staging for this is really classy, it's beautiful, while also being quite innovative, and I think it demonstrates just how far Latvia have progressed in the last 3 or 4 years, just in terms of production values and the kind of just the approach they're taking to the contest now. So I think this is really beautiful, it's subtle, immaculately performed, and a very serious song. Aina is Latvian for in the shade, and it is somewhat of a stark subject matter behind the song. It's autobiographical, and Atvara herself is a co-writer, and it chronicles the impact of her own father's alcoholism when she was a child. And just to sort of pull out perhaps some of the lines from the song to demonstrate that, we have, "Little girl, stay quiet, hold on tight. Your father won't come home tonight. Tomorrow he'll smile and raise his glass while we drown in doubts that never pass." Now the staging concept and the graphics used in the national final allude to this, as she's kind of surrounded by sort of the broken shards of, I think it's a whiskey glass, which kind of orbit around her. And then at one point during the last part of the song, she kind of stops them and reverses them, perhaps signalling her taking control of that difficult personal situation. Now, I hadn't really expected this to score too highly in the Eurovision scoreboard app, and indeed, it's in the lower third or so of it. Now, I'm not going to let that panic me into thinking this has no chance of qualifying. If you look at the semi-final only version of the app, it's a little bit kinder, though it's still a bit of a scrape through, sitting in 10th place. Now, I assumed that the return of the juries to the semi-finals would help a song like Aina, but I was a little bit spooked how poorly this did in Eurojury, which is kind of an independent thing that's done with kind of past contestants. And it's only scored 0 points, I think, in that. But on the other hand, that is a very narrow poll, and it can be skewed somewhat. So I'm not going to panic too much on that either. Still, it is in a super competitive semi. There are more jury-friendly songs in semi-final 2. You seem to have this jury-friendly semi-finals songs clustered in semi-2, the more televote-friendly songs clustered in semi-final 1. And you can probably see then in the betting odds, it's in 12th place. It's just dropped down from 11th to 12th. So it's in a non-qualifying position or an expectation at the moment. Still, Latvia were absolute bottom of the odds in 2024 and qualified. So I'm going to pray to the qualifying gods that Atvara can make it, because in my view, this does deserve a place in the grand final. But what do you think of the song and how it will do? Do let me know as always in the comments, and join me again soon. Take care.